What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, it's your boy Aaron, and we are here once again for your daily dose of DeFi, the only show on YouTube that delivers you a video every single day about the DeFi market and AI agents, guys. So look, it is another day of pain, another day of suffering. The crypto gods really are hitting us hard, guys. This is shaking out a lot of strong hands. You know, my Twitter feed is an absolute capitulation chart. It's not great to see. It is difficult looking at these charts. I'm sure, everyone is down bad. However, there are green shoots of recovery. For example, today is a very special day because it's the day that Hey Anon, which is one of the top projects, of course, in DeFi, is opening its beta to the whole community. So there are still things to be excited about, guys. But yes, if we look at this, it is pretty bad. Most projects are down in 10-15%. But, you know, we are thinking long-term on this channel. We have long-term conviction in AI agents and DeFi, guys. So yes, whilst the red is scary, the opportunity is large. If you look in the Web 2 world, there's just consistent talk from, you know, Sam Altman from OpenAI about AI agents, from Y Combinator looking for dev tooling for AI agents, and AI agents are just spreading absolutely everywhere. I was reading an article yesterday on TechCrunch saying about what is going to be the first billion-dollar unicorn that is just won by one person, as opposed to like how many would you need for a unicorn? You know, it's a good question, but you know, let's say 50, 100, 150, 200 thousands of employees. Now they're talking about which year will be the first year a company becomes a unicorn with one employee. So who's going to be doing all the work? It's going to be AI agents, guys. And what DeFi is doing is it's giving the payment rails for AI agents to actually transact, to actually pay for things, all on chain. They cannot do that in the Web 2 environment. It's impossible. An AI agent cannot KYC. An AI agent is not going to get a bank account. And so that is a really amazing edge that the Web 3 space has here, whilst all of the investment is coming in from OpenAI, from China, from the US, everywhere. It's a massive race to be the leader in AI. And that is all coming eventually on chain into DeFi. And so who are going to be the winners? That's why we talk about on this channel, Hey Anon. That's why we talk about Griffin. That's why we talk about Orbit. That's why we talk about Hive, because ultimately these platforms are going to be used by the masses. So yes, anyways, as I said, it is the first beta test for Hey Anon starting today. And basically, guys, this is going to be a big moment. So we really encourage you guys to keep an eye on the Hey Anon Twitter channel and wait for the news and play around with the tech, because your mind will keep thinking about more things, about what you can do, Now think of it like this. Back when the internet started, there was no Google, there was no search engines. You had to know what the website was to be able to find it. I mean, it sounds bizarre, right? But there was no Google. Likewise, with Web3 and crypto, okay, it's all good for people like you and me who spend days and days in the trenches, or we have businesses in Web3, or maybe some of you don't, but you're clearly watching this show. You're clearly, you know, into some niche parts of the industry, which is great. Not everyone has time for that. Some people, they have families. Some people, they have really, you know, strong jobs in different industries, which takes up all their time. They have a life. So how are they going to really get into crypto? How are they going to bridge? How are they going to do swaps? How are they going to optimize their DeFi yield strategies? They don't have time for that. What DeFi does is it becomes that ChatGPT wrapper, which, you know, some people poo-poo on DeFi, saying, oh, it's just a ChatGPT wrapper. Excuse me, how many people are using ChatGPT at the moment since it's come out? I mean, everyone is using it. And most people, a lot of people, they're not using Google anymore. They're just using ChatGPT because it's a better option. If we give people the ChatGPT interface of DeFi, it is a huge funnel for onboarding the masses. And not only that, it's not about just onboarding humans. It's not just about onboarding Tom, Dick, or Harry who works in the bar. It's also about onboarding other AI agents, obviously, to use these DeFi platforms and to start, you know, transacting, paying for things on chain in USDC, for example, because everyone's going to be using AI agents and businesses are going to be using them tenfold over and over again. So how are they going to move value along? How are they going to pay suppliers? How are they going to pay for their team members? How are they going to pay for other AI agents? It's all going to be done on chain. It's the only way it can be done, guys. This is the opportunity. And when you see like Hey Anon here set 180 million market cap, Griffin 141 million, you know, Hive 30 million, and you know, these are small numbers really in the grand scheme of things about what's actually achievable. So Daniela Sesta, who's the founder and CEO of Hey Anon, is saying that he wants to build the Coinbase for AI agents, guys. Okay, so today's a big moment in the industry. It's something we can be excited about. We're still really early into this. Now look, given that the prices are $9 for 18, if you do have some spare cash and you do want to play around with Anon once it is actually out, you know, 50 to 60 Anons is what you're going to need for the pass. So if you're not sure, maybe DCA in to make sure you get that the money together to actually be able to use Anon when it's actually live. But it's going to be 50 to 60 Anons for the pass once the fully functioning model is out and the program is out. So yeah, guys, let's keep our eyes off the markets today. Let's be excited about the Anon launch. Okay, guys, so on the Hey Anon documentation on their website, there is a guide here as to the protocol prompt list. So it's explaining to you how to prompt the protocol, which you'll do later today. So yeah, some key things here to keep an eye on is that you must tag the protocol's name that you want to interact with, and the protocol's names are case sensitive. Okay, guys, so be very careful about that. And then more importantly, I think, is that many protocols operate on multiple networks. So users must specify the network when applicable to avoid misdirected transactions. So for example, CyberPub here is the protocol, and then you'd say whichever network that it's on, could be Base, Solana, Polygon, etc., open trade, long, short amount, asset leverage, etc. So it's going to be very important, guys, that you're prompting Hey Anon correctly. But look, have a play with it tonight, guys, and over the weekend, I think it's going to be really, really fun. To see the different things that we can do here. There's obviously staking, there's providing your liquidity into different liquidity pools, farming, etc here. So there's some great prompt guides here. And then also for Gemma, which is the AI research assistant, they've also provided us with some potential prompts that you can ask. So Gemma is the AI research assistant that comes with the Hey Anon platform. So for example, things you can ask were, what were the most popular topics in Telegram, WAGMI yesterday? Analyze the current user activity in Discord, WAGMI. Get top tokens in Aave by TVL, etc. So yeah, really cool that it can give you this information. To be honest, even for your own research, for Twitter posts, for articles, or if you're a content creator, this is really awesome stuff. Never mind if you're trading. So yeah, guys, do have a jump into Hey Anon documentation, learn how to prompt, so you're not making any transactions that are going to fail, and you can get the most out of this better experience of Hey Anon. All right, guys, moving on, we're talking once again about Virtual's protocol. So Virtual's protocol obviously has seen a massive drawdown in price, just like every other project really in the AI agent and DeFi space. However, they've released an announcement today, basically saying that how they plan to get to $100 billion of market cap. Okay, guys, so Virtual's protocol is currently set at, what's it currently set at? It's like under $1 billion or so now at the moment. Actually, so they're aiming for 100x. But if they're aiming for 100x, they're actually going for the Ethereum and Solanas of the world. And as you can see here, they just said join us in displacing Ethereum. So they have very, very high ambitions. Okay, and their reasoning for that is that they're saying that ETH and Sol are trading at $100 billion today already, with only several killer applications that interface with end users, and it's fair to believe that Virtual's protocol will be bigger than them if we manage to onboard hundreds of innovative agents with product market fit. Okay, guys, so you might have watched a video earlier this week where we spoke about the Sentience grant program for Virtual's protocol, where they actually had a few people in the industry that they allowed to give grants to different Virtual's agents that were not currently expanding to Radium and was still stuck in the Virtual's protocol stage before graduation, so to speak, of the AI agent. And now Virtual's protocol have announced Virtual's Partner Network. So it's another initiative on top of what they're doing currently to basically get quality AI agent projects and teams to be building on Virtual's protocol. So what I really like about this is that they're really focusing at the moment on builders and community and builders and the technical side of the product. So usually in these kind of hype cycles, you do get some of the big guys, big projects in there that a lot of them, they're just smashing stuff with KOLs. They're getting loads of content out. They're focused a lot on marketing, but there's no substance. But what Virtuals are doing is that they're focusing on the substance. They're focusing on bringing the best builders, the best hackathons, the best hackers, which ultimately will lead to a very healthy ecosystem in the end. So what I'd like to compare this to is, I remember Solana. So Solana, I got into Solana back in 2020. Okay, guys, and it was nothing like it was today. It was just a promising protocol. Obviously after the FTX crash, it took a massive nosedive. I think it went down to $8. Like, people are saying Solana's dead. FTX has killed it. SBF has just ruined Solana. But I know from the Solana Foundation, I actually know the lady that runs the Solana hacker houses around the world. They do an amazing job. Her name's Ellie. And I knew that the Solana hacker houses were full everywhere. Like, they were doing one every couple of weeks in Singapore, in Korea, in the US, in Europe, in Turkey, you name it. And they were always packed out. So the price was $8, but the developer community was so strong, and the vibes in Solana was so strong. And so what I really like about what Virtuals are doing here is that they're going down the same route of okay, our price is falling, we know that, but we're just going to keep focusing on building. And what this Virtual Partner Program does is that they're aiming to maximize the total TVL within the ecosystem. Which obviously makes sense because that will make the ecosystem more valuable. So for the Virtuals Partners program, they have basically provided an insight as to who these partners might be. So they've said specialized angels, that means angel investors, individual investors, incubators, syndicates, or VCs as an example. And their role is to be on-the-ground leaders, providing strategic and operational support for agent founders. So the key responsibilities include, recruiting top quality founders, helping them with the ideation and validation of the, agent's approach and, of what the project's all about, and then providing them with this post-launch success support. So strategic guidance, fundraising support, operational support, marketing and branding, and of course grant distribution, and also event hosting such as hackathons and such. And so what's in it for the Virtuals partners? Well, it says here there will be a linear and milestone incentive based on the net value created in market cap for the agents you support. So basically the agents that you support, if you're a virtual partner, every time they'll basically add up the different market caps of all the different agent projects you support. Let's say you hit 50 million, you get a bonus, 100 million bonus, etc. They haven't provided all the information into that, but you can apply to be a Virtuals partner here, guys, if you do sit within that category. I do think it's interesting if you want to be at the forefront of the AI agent, machine that is coming and hitting us like a train, hitting the whole society like a train. It could be really interesting to be part of this program. And if you do hold 2 million virtual, guys, any of you out there, any of you whales, then you will be prioritized. Okay, guys, so sticking with virtuals, actually this picture was posted yesterday of the virtuals team with one of the developers, Twitter developers, of course, which was very interesting, obviously, because a lot of these AI agents for virtuals are launching all over X, such as ai16z, for example, and Luna. And it's going to be really interesting. So yeah, they've written a post here about how the meeting went between X and virtuals, and apparently they've been insanely supportive of our growth. Okay, guys, so one thing I really liked about this post here from the virtuals team is that they told us what they were talking about in the whiteboarding session with X. And they actually spoke about X as an agentic interaction super platform. Sounds cool, right?
Indeed it does.
Well, the second point here, integrated financial rails so that agentic commerce and coordination can happen seamlessly. Now, we've already spoken about autonomous agents all the time on this channel. We've seen autonomous agents basically already interacting and making deals with each other that I've highlighted a few times in these videos. This is only obviously going to increase, and they obviously, as I've spoken about in this video, need a way to trade and to provide and send each other value, which are tokens, money. Okay, guys, so look, the owner of X at the moment is Elon Musk. We all know Elon Musk is super bullish on crypto Web3. He's been bull posting about Doge for years. He pumped the markets a lot in the last bull run, and clearly, he has, an interest in blockchain and cryptocurrency. Now, this year, X money is coming. X money is going to be integrated into X and allows, X users to basically make payments and receive payments from one another. And there's a lot of rumors that that's going to be on-chain, which wouldn't be surprising at all. So what I really liked to hear was that the fact that they were talking about X being an agentic interactive super platform, and then integrating financial rails so that agentic commerce and coordination can happen seamlessly. Now, we've already spoken about the autonomous AI agents, even in this video, basically making autonomous trades continually 24/7 to provide value and to make payments across different payment rails. And it looks like virtuals could be playing a big part of that based on the meeting with X. Now, obviously, this is us just basically looking at a meeting with X and extrapolating potential situations, but it does look promising, right, guys? It does look promising from that meeting. So lots of really, really good stuff happening in the virtuals ecosystem. So we will be keeping an eye out on that. Okay, guys. So final point on this video about virtuals is that the Virtuals Den episode 2 is happening once again on Monday at 7 a.m. EST. The winner gets 10,000 virtual investment. These are just for prototype stage agents only, and the first one of these happened just last week, and there were, of course, 3 winners, one of which won the 10,000 virtual prize, and the virtuals token that won the prize did see a nice bump in the price. So if you want to get ahead, guys, you can obviously do your research as to which agents are going to be part of the Virtuals Den, and you could look to front run that if you wanted to make some money and you believe in your own research as to which one's going to win. Not financial advice, guys, but if you want to have a bit of fun, why not? Now, if we're all looking to see how our favorite purple frog is doing, Aixbt, he's not doing too great, is he, guys? He's sat really, really down at the moment at 220 million market cap compared to the recent highs. It's very low. And Aixbt terminal basically tweeted yesterday that holders can link their X accounts on aixbt.tech. Now, a lot of people know Aixbt as Alpha Caller, KOL, XKOL. Actually, you can. The utility of Aixbt coin is that you can get access to the terminal, and the terminal is basically a terminal where you can get tons and tons of alpha and knowledge from Aixbt himself. You can think about it like a Bloomberg terminal. However, the price is extremely high. Now, as you can see here, here are some of the perks that you get. Priority 1 in replies. Aixbt will remember you. Up to 2 replies per conversation. Summon Aixbt in any thread. This is all cool stuff. It is cool stuff. It's not going to be cool for long. I mean, it is already starting to kind of lose its coolness. I think. It's a nice gimmick for now. With Aixbt talks to you, responds to you. Eventually, it just becomes normal. And so, what is the next step for Aixbt? Because everyone's talking that vaporware is going to zero, and it's all about utility. Trust me, I'm not saying Aixbt is vaporware. It's not. It's not at all. In fact, what they've built is incredible, and the team behind it is doing an amazing job. However, it's still 600,000 tokens to get access to the Aixbt terminal. Now, 600,000 tokens, even at today's prices, which are depressed, it's $150,000. Who has $150,000 just to get access to the Aixbt terminal? So I am a little bit worried about Aixbt at the moment, simply because the utility of it is not really there. I mean, unless you're a multimillionaire and you want to throw your money down the drain to get access. Now, the Aixbt team clearly are extremely smart, know how to get mind share, have crushed it, in the last couple of months, but now they have a challenge. Okay, so what is coming next? Because our prices are way too high. Probably they thought when they launched the project that they would never hit this kind of market cap, right? Because if they did, they wouldn't have set it at 600,000 tokens. So it's going to be really interesting to see what the Aixbt team do. Now, the Aixbt has an amazing brand, has an amazing mind share. Now, if it wanted to launch its own launchpad, or suddenly maybe the team behind it had their own open source framework, I think it would get a lot of attention. People would want to be associated with the purple frog. It's built up an amazing brand, let's say. And so there's definitely huge potential for what Aixbt will do next, but what will it do next? That is the question. And we'll be keeping you up to date if I hear any rumors or any kind of next utility for the Aixbt Purple Frog. Okay guys, so one of the largest projects in this space and one of the largest ones that got the biggest drawdown is ai16z, and there's been a lot of FUD on X about ai16z for various different reasons. However, its underlying framework with Eliza OS has been still, getting a lot of traction. There's lots and lots of hackathons. There's lots and lots of, activity, on GitHub and teams building with Eliza OS. And of course, ai16z is a DAO itself. So it's an investment DAO. It has, assets under management. So there's a lot going on in the ai16z ecosystem. However, the chart speaks for itself. It's not great, guys. So I wanted to update you on what's going on with ai16z DAO, because you're probably wondering what the hell's going on. That chart looks awful. Is it dead? Well, they've just announced a new COO. And in the private Discord, Matt.eve here said that the launchpad, the AI agent launchpad for ai16z is 95% ready. The new tokenomics is also 95% ready. And basically, Eliza V2 will focus on revenue sharing with the ai16z token at the core of the project, aiming to make the platform profitable. He also went on to say that ai16z has substantial stablecoin reserves to support the project for over a year, in addition to a treasury holding 10% of the token. So ai16z is not going anywhere. It's not just going to die. To be honest, the chart looks like it might die. It's not going to die. They have runway, they have a launchpad coming, they have tokenomics. They obviously still have huge mind share as well, guys. The team is growing and restructuring itself with the addition of a CPO, a DevRel, business development specialist. And the things that I sympathize somewhat with the ai16z team is that they're almost having to do things backwards, right? Like they came up with a kind of experiment, it blew up to epic proportions that they probably didn't expect, and now now things are cooled down. They're having to go backwards and basically build the foundations of $1 billion project. Let's call it what it is. It is most likely worth billions of dollars if they implement the strategy in the correct way. And so this is really, really important time for ai16z. If you're an investor, what's the token's like 87% down or something? I mean, I'm not telling you guys to buy things because I also think that the market could go down even more. But if you are a fan of ai16z DAO and you see the potential here with the launchpad, the new tokenomics, then it's not potentially a bad time to look at potentially purchasing the token. There's also several partnerships here with non-crypto projects that are in progress, providing an additional revenue stream as well. So let's see how it goes. I personally, am a fan of Eliza. Eliza alongside Arc, are two of the large and most promising open source AI frameworks, and they are working with the likes of Solana Foundation. They're on the website. We covered it in the video the other day, and various different protocols like Sui, Ton, etc. So there's lots of building going on there, guys. It's a critical moment for ai16z DAO, and we'll be keeping a very close eye on developments. Okay, guys, so sticking with the open source AI frameworks that we're discussing, we just discussed Eliza OS. Now we're going to talk about Arc and Rig. And so basically, there was an announcement yesterday by Arc that they have announced this new on-chain kit, which allows the step closer to DeFi. So what is it? What does it mean? So there's a new tool, which is really cool. The coolest thing actually that I like is that it supports Solana and EVM networks out of the gate. It's very unique that it supports both Solana and EVM out the gate. It allows agents to execute transactions, check balances, swap tokens, and call smart contracts. So no longer using Rig do you have to stick to just chat-based tasks. This can basically automate trades based on what is actually happening in real time, such as a DeFi copilot that auto-rebalances portfolios, a DAO operator that manages proposal votings, and an AI agent that executes swaps, manages assets, and even deploys tokens. So the key word here is automate, based on what is actually happening on-chain by analyzing the data and taking action. So yeah, some of the key features here, like I said, Solana and EVM support out the box, very impressive. Secured by design, flexible tooling, production-ready HTTP service. Now look, guys, I'm not a developer. I don't know exactly what all of that means to the minute detail, but it is good to see Arc is keeping up in the race. There's a lot of smart money that moved into Arc during these dips. We saw that on chain, and I'm personally quite bullish on Arc itself. So great to see that they're still shipping during this downturn. Great to see that supporting both Solana and EVM out the gate. Now, as I just mentioned about Eliza, Arc is also on the Solana website as one of the go-to AI agent frameworks to integrate with, and this is only going to help more developers build their AI agents, etc. on Arc framework. So yeah, really good to see, guys. Okay, guys, that's all we've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Look, on this video today, we really wanted to focus on the builders. We focused on all the different building that's happening on the likes of Virtuous Protocol and Eliza OS, on Arc and Rig, and there is consistent news coming of different hackathons, of different upgrades, as you can see on from the different on-chain kits that have been coming for the developers to use and to tap into. And even in the Web2 space, like the same thing goes from Y Combinator and various other large Web2 focused organizations that are looking for AI dev kits and tooling to basically supercharge the AI agent space. So look, guys, I think it's going to be much healthier for us on this channel in the meantime to stay away from the charts, to let the market kind of find its bottom. But what we know is that DeFi and AI agents is not going anywhere. There are consistently new builds, there's consistently new investment being pumped into the space, and we are giga bullish on this space, and we have strong conviction. All right, guys, so if you've been enjoying the videos, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. You can also reach out to me on Twitter at AaronKOfficial, and I will get back to you guys as soon as possible. All right, guys, look, have a great weekend. I know it's a scary place out there. Look, stick to your convictions bets, have faith in the AI agent and DeFi space, and we will be back here on Monday giving you the latest alpha.